Hello and welcome to Cooking with Steve. As I mentioned in a previous episode, if you happen to catch it, about baked potatoes, I do it in advance so that when company comes, then you can use the potatoes that are already cooked to make other meals. And it speeds up your cooking process by quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and show you one of the meals that I make with that, or one of the dishes actually. It's called baked stuffed mashed potatoes. So what I did is I went ahead and I peeled some of the potatoes that you saw in the ingredients. I do this because I do like the texture of the peeling on the potato, but not too much. So I peeled most of them and left one of them unpeeled and diced it up real fine. And you can see that they're here in the bowl. We're going to use the world famous popcorn pan and just add those potatoes to the pan. And to get them warm and cooking and ready to be mashed, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to take a little bit of chicken stock. You can use vegetable stock, whatever you like. But I'm going to use chicken stock. It'll add some flavor, and it'll also get the potatoes warmed up and boiling. Now I'm going to add just enough so that they'll steam a little bit in that, and some of that juice or that moisture is going to boil off. And I'll put the lid on. Leave a little crack in the lid, get it up to temperature, let it boil for a while. It'll soften up the potatoes a little bit, get them ready to be mashed, and I'll get that on the stove, get that going, and then we'll be back. Our potatoes have steamed up really nicely in our chicken broth, and we're ready to put the other ingredients in and get some mixing going on. So I'm going to take my lid off, set it aside for a minute. I'm going to add the butter, the cheese, and the cream cheese all in. It's about 4 slices of American cheese. And the cream cheese. And I'm going to toss the lid back on for just about 2 minutes before we get started. The reason I do this is I want all those things to melt and be ready to incorporate into the potatoes. They'll melt up real quick, and then we can put in the half and half and mash them up, and we'll be good to go. The cheeses and the butter had time to melt, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Put this aside. We're going to add some black pepper, some salt, a little garlic powder, the bacon that I had chopped up and the chives from earlier, and some half and half. Now, when measuring out your milk, as you saw my mashed potato episode, you want to be careful. You don't want to put too much in at first because you can make them soupy. So just put in a little bit at first, and if you had to, you can always add more. So we've got that going. I'll go ahead and get the mixer in here. Turn it up a couple. And there we go. Let me grab a spoon. We'll get a taste and we'll see how it is. So here they are, nice and creamy, really beautiful. Got chives, bacon, cheese, all your good flavors. Oh, that's fantastic. Give it a try, you're going to love it. Well, that concludes today's episode of Cooking with Steve. I hope you enjoyed spending the time with me because I sure enjoyed spending the time with you. If you would, help me out by subscribing, liking the video, and sharing it with your friends. And as always, please remember to live modestly, speak humbly, and enjoy life fully. We'll see you next time.